The world has been a bit too much lately. Like, way too much lately. So I figured I'm gonna give my brain a little pause because it's really getting to me. I feel like I'm crying every other day about something that's so heavily specific to me, my culture, or people I know. Just, it's been a lot going on, and I'm pretty sure all of us are thinking how to move, which is even more stuff to think about. And I'm only 19. So, we're going to read Ice Age Dawn of the Dinosaurs for, I think, obvious reasons. And yes, this used to be a door stopper. So, we're just gonna ignore any weird things that y'all see. But this was the cool edition with the colored illustrations and shit. I was so hyped when I found this. But anyway, let's start the book. Oh yeah, and I'm bringing you guys along because I figured I'm not the only one that needs a break. It's kind of hard not to check the news now on social media, so I feel like if this can pop up for anybody, take your break, take your pause from the world, and let's read some Ice Age. So, chapter 1. Name that dinosaur, and let's give it a new name. Like, who is she? What is she giving? No. Leave it down there. Okay. Be careful, guys, Manny warned the possums. I need that. Crash and Eddie nodded and then turned back to gaze at the sparkling ice crystals that hung from a snow-covered tree branch. A tunnel of thick, protective webbing surrounded it. The possum brothers bumped fists and began moving through the maze of threads like soldiers on a mission. Crash dipped under one sticky web and then carefully curved his tail over another. The crystal was closer now. He leaped up to grab a branch, but the bark peeled off in his hands. That kind of rhymed. He screamed as he plummeted downward. Eddie reached out and grabbed him in the nick of time. Are you hit? He asked. Negatory. Crash replied. Manny rolled his eyes. Would you two just get the crystals? He snapped. You know, Manny's always on some shit. Like, I'm kind of Manny sometimes, but like, let the possums, have fun. Like, they'll get it eventually, right? All right. The possums flipped and twisted their way through the web toward the gleaming sparkler. At last, Crash plucked the precious object from its base. Got it, he declared triumphantly. Triumphantly was one of those words I was just like never able to write. Up until now, I know how to spell it now. But those like specific long words that when you were a kid it was just autocorrect or nothing. Good. Manny heaved a sigh of relief. Now get it down here. Get it down yourself, Manny. Crash started down the spiderweb, but the tip of the crystal suddenly nicked a silky strand. A vibration rippled through the web. Uh-oh, Eddie said in a panic. Get out of there, yelled Manny. Now! Crash and Eddie held the crystal over their heads, racing through the spiderweb tunnel. Go, go, go! Crash cried. 8 glowing eyes suddenly appeared in the darkness. It was the spider! Moving with lightning speed, the spider took off after the possums. Y'all, spiders, Australia will never have me. Like, I can't with spiders. The little small ones, I'll go and kill, or I'll just, let B help them exit my entire area. But the big ones. Crash and Eddie raced on through the web until they got caught on a twig. The twig snapped, sending the possums flying from the tunnel. The crystal sailed into the air, landing right in Sid's hands. I love Sid. Oh my god, I love Sid. Me and Sid are like the same person. We got the essence of Manny when we need to, but Sid and I are like, we're like souls. You know, like soul sisters or something. I don't know how else to put it, but we're I am Sid, Sid is me. Alright. The furious spider dropped down in the front of the sloth, her eyes blazing. Sid screamed, frantically tossing the crystal away as if it were a hot potato. Manny dived and caught it. Relieved, the woolly mammoth held the crystal close to his face. "This is it," he murmured, "the finishing touch for my project." He ran off with the prize, and the possum followed. He couldn't even, like, wait a second for them to follow him, you know? But, you know, whatever. Be selfish. Hey, y'all, look who's coming back. Look who's coming back to join us in a couple years. Hopefully I, or my future kids, will witness the glory of an animal like that. But chapter 2, guys, we're on chapter 2. All right. Later that day, Manny led his mate, Ellie, through the woods, their friends traveling along behind them. Manny had covered Ellie's eyes with his trunk. He had a special surprise to show her. Covered her eyes with his trunk. A special surprise to show? Anyone else? Okay. Alright, it's not ready yet, but Viola, he pronounced dramatically, uncovering her eyes. Ellie let out a startled gasp. Okay, come on, like it can't just be me. She was standing in the middle of a spectacular playground. It had a seesaw, swings made from vines, an obstacle course, and even a circular ice slide. That shit sounds fun. She was so stunned, she could barely speak. Me too, girl. "I made it myself. It's for our baby," Manny said proudly. "It's amazing, Manny," Ellie said. I can literally hear her voice. Just then, a sparkling object caught her eye. An ice mobile decorated with a large, glittering crystal dangled from the tree branch. It held 3 tiny carved figures. Ellie, Manny, and a baby woolly mammoth. "Oh, Manny," Ellie murmured, touched. "How beautiful." He beamed. "I made that too. It's our family." "Hey, Manny," Sid gazed up at the mobile with a frown. "How come I'm not up there?" "You can be on our mobile," Eddie offered. What's a mobile? I'm not, like, contextualizing that right now. I don't have an image of that. Giggling, Crash held up a mobile made of live spiders and creepy dead things. Hey, yo. Of course I'd never let the baby in here like this. Sharp corners, choking rocks. And can you imagine the germ count? It's basically a death trap. Ellie watched him, shaking her head. "You're trying to baby-proof nature, Manny," she said. "Our baby is going to grow up in this world. You can't change that." "Of course I can," Manny argued, puffing up his chest. "I'm a woolly mammoth, the biggest thing on Earth." "All right, Mr. Big Stuff," Ellie shot back, teasing him. "But when?" Suddenly she winced. "What?" Manny cried. "Is it happening? You're going into labor? Take a deep breath." "Manny," Ellie said. "It was just a kick." She reached over and grabbed his trunk. Tenderly, she held it over her belly. Manny smiled happily as he felt the baby squirm inside her. Ellie turned back to her husband. "Manny, I know you're excited. I am too, but you're getting a little carried away. You're starting to sound like Diego," Manny teased. "Wait," he added. "Where's Diego?" Manny shrugged. "I haven't seen him for a while." "That's odd," Ellie murmured. She hadn't seen the saber-toothed tiger today either. Soon it was time to head back home. Manny was about to close the playground gate when he spotted Sid. The sloth was still inside, reaching toward a snow sculpture. "I don't want you touching anything," Manny warned. "This place is for kids." "Are you a kid?" Yeah? Have we met? Hi. Nice to meet you. Sid was about to reply when Manny spoke up again. On second thought, don't answer that. Sid touched the snow sculpture anyway, breaking off his head. But before Manny could scold him again, a deflated Diego approached. Having just lost Chase to Excel, he just realized he was no longer the fit feline he used to be. Diego, there you are, Manny said. You missed a big surprise. Oh, right, Diego looked away. I'll check it out later. Okay, see you then, Manny replied nonchalantly. Huh? Ellie thought, watching them by. Manny and Diego were best friends. What in the world was going on between the two of them? Hey man, a lot of things can be happening between best friends, but that is where we're gonna end it in terms of the book. We're on chapter 3. We got the slope. But nah, on some real shit though. On some real stuff though. I'll just hold it up like this. But on some real stuff though, I can understand like Manny's concern with bringing in a child into the world that they are in. They're going through a lot of difficult things that they don't understand, and that is exactly where we all are and where I am. I want a baby more than anything. I want to be a mother more than anything, but unfortunately, it's kind of hard to want that when I don't know if my baby's gonna be safe. I don't know what this world will come out of, but that's something that I really, really want for myself, you know? And I want to be a parent and a mom, so I don't know. Look at Oscar back there. But I don't know. I can understand his sentiment. I definitely can understand his sentiment. Let's be a little positive like Ellie. And we'll travel the world and adventure out like they do. We got this. But check back soon for chapter 3 to 6.